It is time. It is time. Once again, the Beardy Boys are back, baby. And we are here to make sure that y'all have your daily dose of Beardy influence. And also to let y'all know that, we got some pretty cool subjects. It's been a busy week for a bunch of stuff. For
Has
instance,
been.
oh yeah, for instance, it has Apple. Then of course AEW had their big stuff over the weekend with New Japan. Then of course you also have app or Facebook, or I'm sorry, Meta, coming out with the new announcement of their new consumer grade headset. I mean, it's just been a strange, very very busy week for a bunch of stuff, and there's also a bunch of other new stuff out there that I'm sure I'm forgetting about. But I figured since we started with you last week, Chad, we will now move over to the one and only Simpapi. Let
I
him
mean,
have
the
his.
previous week it was me, so I was gonna say, how about let it be you this time?
Right?
Oh, okay, all right, all right, fine, fine, fine. So, mine is actually, it's a little more on the subject of what I was just talking about. Um, the new VR headsets that
I
are coming
saw it.
out.
Dude, no shit. That is exactly what I was going to talk about.
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
I knew
It
that
may
was
be
gonna be
something
the.
different.
Okay, so there are two coming out that have a lot of people very interested. Some are more interested than others. The biggest one, the biggest announcement was from Apple
Mm-hmm.
for the Apple Vision Pro, a mixed reality headset that is going to cost, no shit here by the way, $3,500. What in the
Exactly what I was going
fuck?
to talk about.
What in the
Exactly
fuck?
what I was going to talk
I
about.
am so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to scoop you.
No, 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 no. It's great because there's no pushback. Am I insane or are they fucking stupid as shit? Are
Oh, they dumb as
are
hell.
people who buy Apple products this fucking dumb that
Yes.
Yeah,
they made
they
a
are.
consumer grade Apple headset? Consumer grade that's $3,500?
Uh,
Time out, dude. I saw this article that said first impressions. This is TechCrunch Plus, okay? TechCrunch. They said first impressions. Yes, Apple Vision Pro works, and yes, it's good. It fucking better be.
for
It better
3,500
be.
smackaroos, it needs to.
Oh my
For
god, are
thirty
you
five
kidding
hundred,
me?
that's double people's rent. That's
Dude,
that's even a used car. You could buy a whole. You could buy like either one or two good used, not good, but decent used cars that take you from point A
Yeah.
to point B. 3,500. You could go to
I
some
know,
dealerships with some cars like
dude.
1,800 with that's a lot of miles, but you could get maybe one or two cars pre-owned cars with 3,500. You could pay your rent for a month or two, three, 4 months, some depending where you live at. You
Twice
could
for
get a
me, at least,
whole
here.
yeah, based in New Jersey a little bit higher, but
Dude, check it
that's a
out.
month and a half for me. But it's just like it's fucking mind blowing. I'm dumbfounded.
There will
Thirty
be
five
people
hundred.
signing up to be on a wait list to buy this as soon as it fucking comes out.
No doubt.
And those
Don't
are the
be that
same.
fucking idiot.
They're
Do
gonna be,
not,
dude. Apple heads can't help themselves.
dude, wait just a little bit of time and it will not be that expensive. Do you want to know
No.
why? They have set themselves up for the worst epic failure of sales for a product that we've probably seen in a long time. There is
Well,
not enough money out there for a bunch of people to buy that. There will be some rich motherfuckers out there that buy it, but the average consumer will, number one, doesn't have a need for this. Nobody needs this. This is a commodity. This is something that is going to be fun and cool and might help some people with their workflow or whatever, but nobody needs this
It will probably
product.
last you like three, four
no.
months. After a while, it's gonna collect dust.
Yeah. I would say for me, they're really messing up big time with the consumer by saying it's a consumer grade, because Meta is coming right around the corner with the 3, or the Oculus 3. And I'm just like, dude, that is so much better because not only is it twice as powerful as the most previous one, but it's also $400.
Right. That is a fair price point.
Yeah.
That is a fair price point. You know what else you're going to get with Meta that you're not going to get with Apple? More people
Games.
able to publish applications that work for it.
Yes.
This shit is going to be so railroaded. You are only going to be able to get Apple shit. You're only going to be able to do what they want you to do.
Bro.
It's going to be very. You're going to be restricted. It's like driving a Ferrari on a go-kart track.
Dude, here's the crazy thing. Valve goes out of their way to program other headsets to work with games that they have made for Steam, such as Half-Life Alyx. They went out of their way to make sure that, dude, even your old Lenovo, you remember that one that you had? Even that one worked with Half-Life Alyx.
I've still got it in a box somewhere.
But I guarantee you, Apple is going to go out of their way to ensure that, oh, no, we want everything to be proprietary. And then if Valve's just like, but we want to work with it to make it easier so people can do it. It's like, and Apple will be like, easy? Easy? You want this to be easy for our consumers?
Plug it up to any computer that's not a Mac.
Well, let's just roll it out. Let's just roll it out for everybody. Let's just make it open source for everybody. Guarantee you, that's how the mindset of these idiots work. And it's just like, dude, Steve Wozniak. That's the reason why Steve Wozniak hates modern Apple, because when he was there, it was always about just like, being open source and just letting people. And I know that they weren't able to turn a profit, but it wasn't because of Steve Wozniak. It was because Steve Jobs ran their reputation into the ground with the Macintosh and the Lisa. Two huge consumer grade products back then that cost you about $6,000 a piece. It's like, dude, this is not how it needs to be. There needs to be a middle ground, and that's why Microsoft took over for so long, is because they found the middle ground. They launched a ubiquitous software that made home computing easy for everybody. It didn't make it a members only club. But then all of a sudden Mac comes back in, and it's just like they finally learn a little bit of a lesson. But as soon as they get enough foothold in the market to where they make themselves like impossible to go without, they start doing this proprietary bullshit. They start doing all the proprietary bullshit where you can't do anything. Oh, your phone, you drop like 3 drops of water on your iPhone 3G. Oh, well, that's permanent water damage, so nothing we can do about that. And then
they're the same company that also slowed down your phone purposely so you could upgrade.
Yes.
They had the whole lawsuit about it.
Yeah.
And also in Europe now, iPhones are going to have to use USB Type-C.
Oh, I read about this.
They already tweaked it so that you have to get an Apple USB Type-C to make it work for their phones.
And
you can't get no regular USB Type-C.
Yeah, if you do USB Type-C, even if it's not, even if it is a rated like USB 3.2 super speed, like the high-end ones, no, it has to be an Apple-graded one. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Dude, it is so petty how they just drag their feet deliberately. Yeah, exactly. It's so petty beyond any regard that I just don't understand.
This isn't the original one, but it's still maybe a Samsung, but this is not the one that came with the box.
Yeah,
but it works fucking fast.
Yeah,
I just hate the fact that they are a mid-tier tech company that has the best marketing team on the fucking planet.
Easily, dude. Easily.
And they turn their consumers into a cult. There's literally people out there that are people who are in the dating world saying they will not date a person that has an Android. They're that diluted with their product.
That's
people
fine.
Saying,
when I can emulate
saying, it's a red flag that he has an Android or she has an Android is a red flag. I don't
Bro,
want to
can
see
you
a green
play?
text.
Can you play Tears of the Kingdom on your phone? No, I can. You know, like that's fine. Don't be able to do whatever the fuck you want with your phone. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm
That's
fine
that's
with my
not up to me.
108 megapixel camera. You know, I'm fine with my phone charging other people's phone.
Yeah.
I'm fine with also having full customization, ability for everything from widgets to
I can
lock screens to
sideload
everything
apps. I can
themes.
do all kinds of shit. So
Yeah,
like whatever.
The
easily.
biggest flex, we have a back button.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh God, but it's
Yeah.
just
Expandable storage is nice also.
oh yeah,
Very true.
yeah, expandable storage, dude. I just it infuriates me the
It does.
level of just the level of pettiness, the level of elitism, and the level of just sniveling corporatist nonsense of like every excuse in the world why they do what they do. And you know, I'm not saying Steve Jobs was any better because he was the one that was just like make ourselves proprietary, and he's the one that chased off Steve Wozniak and the people who were about making like stuff more open source. I mean,
Well, according to his daughter, he was also cool with banging his wife in front of her. So
yeah, that's another thing.
there's that too. Um,
Huh.
yeah, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's not play the morality of police when it comes to Apple. The same people that won't or decide to live vegan and only buy like non blood diamonds will be fine with slavery mining their minerals for their batteries and their phones and having them built in China in factories that have suicide nets and all that shit. But whatever,
Moral ambiguity. Don't you love it?
whatever. They're so much superior.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, we've been carbon neutral
it's-
since 2012.
it's
Yeah.
the it's the
Yeah,
consumers
right.
that allowed Apple to be this way. If
They play
people were
themselves,
not
dude.
exactly, if these people didn't have this whole cult mindset with a phone that breaks from 2-inch levels of falling, if
Look.
they didn't just have that cult mindset and just say, okay, it's just a phone. Instead, they're like, oh, I have an iPhone, you're a peasant. If we didn't have those people in this world, we would have seen that same Vision Pro, quote unquote, at maybe $800, $900.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
That would still be
And that would be-
ridiculous, but
It would be
that
within
would
the
still be
ballpark
more-
of reality.
exactly. But the
Apple
HTC
could be a great
HTC
company.
Vive was like what?
They
Vive
could be great.
It was like
Yeah.
$400 when it first came out, right? The Vive, HTC Vive.
Yeah.
I think now it's
think
like
so.
maybe 250 or 300. But I think when it first came out, it was like 400. Then you have the whole entire set with the
hand or the
hand and
control.
all the motions.
Uh,
But that was like 1,100 for the whole entire package.
Yeah.
And you're telling me just a headgear is 3,500?
Yeah, dude.
Only
'Cause
a
of-
headgear. So imagine when they start actually implementing the whole remote to the hands and having more of like a physical aspect, like how the other ones have, like the Oculus has or the HTC Vive. It's
Oh
gonna be like
my
an $8,000 pack,
Yeah.
And
and
they
it's
can
only gonna
keep
be
it, bro.
compatible with theirs. And they're gonna
They
make
can
sure
keep it.
anything that's outside of Apple is not gonna be compatible with that Vision.
Well, what
They're gonna
about
have their
their
own.
progression? What if they progress the way that they normally do, and the way that really all the VR
Yeah.
sets have progressed?
Yeah,
In
hold-
2
hold
years,
on.
that 3,500 is going to be worthless.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fuck Apple, dude. They piss
I
me
agree.
off so bad.
I
I used to like a lot of their stuff. Like I love the iPod back in the day. I had several. I've still got like 3 of them sitting over here.
I was gonna say the same thing. I had my iPod Touch, I had my Nano, I had my Shuffle,
Used
I
to
had
love
my
them,
iPod
dude.
Touch. I had the first Nano Touch, and then it actually
Oh,
became
God.
the iPod Touch. So I was a big fan of Apple growing up.
Sorry, that was Apple with a cease and desist order.
Oh yeah,
I'm just no. It was.
they
Nick
can
just
take a
wanted to ask
bite
me
out of my ass.
question. True, but yeah, that's yeah. I mean, sort of scooped your story there, Chad, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh
Anything
no
else
no
you
no
wanted
no,
to-
you're fine.
Anything
you're
else you
fine.
wanted to discuss about
That's why
it?
it was good to kind of expand on it, just in case you didn't have no topic to fall back on.
Yeah, that was a good one for sure. For me, outside of that, story that I have been wanting to talk about is, you know, the idea that people are locked into about pre-ordering video games. It's one of these things that pisses me off to such a great degree because it's a trap. It is a fucking trap, and this shit has got to stop, man.
It's 100%
Like
a trap.
I am so sick and tired of seeing pre-orders go up for video games and everyone getting all hyped up about it, and then the game comes out and it's dog shit and they wonder why. Because you are literally allowing that shit to happen. If you're pre-ordering games and you don't have like at least a demo to try to know that the game is even playable, then you're just giving them the right to take your money, give you a shit game, and then they'll fix it later.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen it time and time again. There's certain companies that you can depend on.
Resident Evil, Capcom.
You know, there's certain
usually pretty good.
You know, nobody's ever 100% safe, but it just seems to me that it's become a mainstay in video games. It's only been around for like what 10 years or so, where people have been really pushing pre-orders. But in that time, it's been like a really shit track record of things being fucked up. Okay?
Yeah.
But now you've got, we're going to incentivize you to buy this pre-order, and we're going to give you all this ungodly shit right when the game drops, just so long as you pre-order it. That, to me, is the biggest fucking red flag in the world. If they're trying to offer, you know, this incredible package, if you pre-order it, they're probably trying to butter you up for some reason. There's probably some reason why it's this big gold mine behind the pre-order situation. And it makes them feel good to know that they're going to be guaranteed a certain amount of money when the games come out. But I just remember a time when people just went out and bought games in hordes when they found out they were good. It wasn't this big rat race to be the first one there. It was, if this is the shit and everybody's playing it, I want in on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of curious what you guys think.
It was a talking point at work, or the talking point at at school, or you've seen it in magazines, or like for me, I used to subscribe to the whole Game Informer with GameStop.
Yeah.
And I used to get the magazines and look into it, like, oh, that looks cool. Or even things before the whole Game Informer things. My dad had a subscription to some, I don't know what it was. It was for PlayStation. And every quarter of the year, from spring, summer, fall, winter, I'll get a disc. But it came with a warning that you have to have the memory card out. Okay, if you put the disc in, it's going to try to read it. Since it's not a real disc, it might fuck with the memory card and delete your files. But that disc will have trailers of different games. That disc will actually have demos. It'll have like maybe like 10 demos. Man. And
was that PlayStation Underground? Was that the name of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Also, this will be a deep dive for a lot of people out there. The demo discs that you would get from Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah,
for
they
the
did
old
that twice.
Yeah, dude, I remember that
with
was
the big New Yorker.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever played Ape Escape.
And
also it was the first time I played Final Fantasy. 8
I think was on there. Yeah,
Final Fantasy 8 was the first one that I played on there. I was just like, oh, damn.
Yep.
And I was like,
for me, it was Metal Gear. That was the first place I played Metal Gear.
MGS was on there.
Sled Storm.
Yeah.
It had the dig through the ditches and burn, but they had like the techno mix.
Yes.
For me, with the Rapper, I had
Rapper the Rapper.
Jack 2, Jack 3. I had the Ratchet and Clank. I had, I think it was called like My Street, which was a very fun little kids game.
Ooh, Medieval was on that demo disc too.
I had
I'm looking them up right now.
Let me actually grab my disc. Let me grab my disc.
Are we showing off our demos?
Yeah.
Are we showing off our demo discs right now? Hold on.
There it is.
I definitely got you.
Oh, there it is. There's Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, Medieval, Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 3, and Crash Bandicoot Warped. Oh my god. So many classics. And then there's other ones here. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Crash Team Racing, Final Fantasy VIII, Ape Escape. Dude. Oh my god.
This is like shit I would get. Like,
Yeah.
This is like Ratchet and Clank. But then these are the demo discs. First of all,
Yes. Hot Shots Golf and Parappa the Rapper 2. Yeah.
This is what I used to get. All these has
Yeah, Enter the Matrix.
see
Summer Sampler. I miss demo discs, dude.
Wow, this is something different, but a Wii Sport.
Wii Sport.
This is another demo games.
Yeah.
Has Splinter Cell on that one. This one is the one that's for the little thing I have, Papa Rapper the Rapper and Hot Shots.
Nice.
And then wow.
Gosh.
Holiday 2004 demo disc.
Wow, bro. I'm looking at these here and like these Pizza Hut demo discs. It's just, I was telling them about the games.
Oh my
Tomb Raider,
god.
Spyro the Dragon, Gran Turismo 2, Metal Gear Solid, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Cool Runners.
Yo, listen to the titles of these
Crash
games.
Team Racing, Ape Escape. Gosh.
Look at the title of the games.
Now.
Ratchet and Clank,
But I couldn't
Upper
find
Arsenal,
everything.
Jack 3,
I've got a few more of
ATV
these
Off-Road,
bastards.
Star Wars Battlefront. You have Ace
Man.
Combat. You have Crash Twin Sanity, Attack of the Power of Juju, The Incredibles, Beautiful Joe 2, and Spyro A Hero's Tale. All that in this
Damn.
one disc. The demos.
There's some good
This
ones
was
on
the
there.
that's the green PlayStation demo
Yes,
disc.
that's the one that has
I've
Crash
got
Team
it.
Racing on it.
I've got it in the original sleeve. It's over here somewhere. But and this
You got
is
the blue one?
the interactive sampler CD.
Oh,
That's got
wow.
Medieval and
yeah.
Metal Gear and Spyro, NFL Extreme.
Wow. The
Yeah.
black disc back too. Gosh, the memories.
And
Yeah.
there was some kind of giveaway going on with these Pizza Hut ones.
It's like a $200,000 one. I remember that.
This is disc number 1. I think this one's the one that had Tony Hawk on it. It's the first time
Yep.
I ever played THPS. But it says, sorry, try again.
Yeah,
Right there in the center.
It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Metal Gear Solid, Gran Turismo, and Crash Team Racing. I think those
Nakey
are the ones that
Jakey
were-
actually has a
And Final
video
Fantasy
about
VIII.
that disc.
God,
And
man.
it's fucking legendary, dude.
So here's a translation for everybody out there watching this. We're old.
Yeah, we are old.
We are old. We are old. Yeah, that's
You know
basically
what?
where we are.
I forgot. I've also got these.
Oh no.
Hold on.
What's
This
he,
shit blew my mind, dude.
What's he gonna bring up?
I've got a bunch of Xbox and Xbox 360 magazine demo discs too.
Oh, dude.
That one's got Dead Rising. Yep. 007 on that one. And
Yeah, Everything or
Star
Nothing.
Wars Republic Commander.
Dude. Republic
Lost
Commando was
Planet.
Awesome.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I've got-
next episode will be filmed in our retirement home.
Yes. Yeah. Us sitting there still trying to get our PlayStations to work. It's like slapping the top up and be like,
Yep.
why isn't it playing anything? It's not plugged in, Grandpa.
Getting a cotton swab
Yeah.
dipped in alcohol.
Yeah.
Rub the back of it.
Clean
Yeah.
the laser disc reader. Oh my gosh. Oh.
You go like this
Laura.
and then
Be
rub
like-
it against the shirt.
be
Hey,
like,
make sure
hey.
it's not on the graphic part.
Hey.
It has to be on the cotton part.
I may be old and I can barely see,
Damn.
but that Lara Croft's octagon titties still got me bricked up.
Hell yeah. This shit scratched the fuck up. Look at that.
Yeah. That is
God.
scratched.
But that shit was
I would
still
hate
working.
to look at these.
I remember when Angelina Jolie was gonna play Lara Croft, and I was just like, that could work. That could work.
Yeah.
But then I was just like remembering, oh yeah, she's like 5'2".
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
That's who they modeled Lara Croft after, though.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh my god, memories from innocence.
Yes, indeed.
Memories.
Yeah, the whole
Every time I
pre-ordering
bring up
shit.
that game, Nikki talks about putting the old Butler in the freezer.
I actually did the same exact
Every
thing.
single time. I
Every
think
time.
everyone did.
Yeah,
We
I
were all
hated
just
him. He
like-
was so scary and creepy.
Yeah.
I
He'd be
just-
clanking that tray around.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. It would be like this.
Oh my god.
Let me try to mimic it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
In a world where we have Alfred Pennyworth, we do not need you, bro.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Not
God
necessary.
damn.
Ooh.
But yeah, but going back to your point, these pre-orders, it's like the only ones I know that that I done myself is like the Resident Evil series. They will give you a demo at least. Like with Resident Evil 8, they give you like maybe like 3 or 4 demos.
Yeah.
I think they gave you a PS5 one, then a PC one, and then a Castle version, and then another version. So technically they had 5, but if you're on a console, then you have 4. If you're on PC, then you have 4. And grand total, they did 5 different demos, and then the game released.
Mm-hmm.
And then Resident Evil 4, the remake came out. I think that only had 1 demo. But still, you get to play the game before you actually order it. And then at the end,
for sure.
it will tell you, do you want to pre-order
yeah.
it after your little experience? And people who are already like into it, like, fuck yeah, I want to get it because this is actually a good experience. Even Resident Evil 3 had a demo when they had the remake. So it's like Capcom is faithful with that kind of demo aspect when, especially with the Resident Evil series. I don't think they did one with Street Fighter. But Street Fighter. That's kind of like has a cult following when it comes to games. But a lot of these new dev companies or these new indie companies are releasing games for like 60, 70, 80 bucks. And Redfall. That's all I'm ready to say. They gave you a Redfall experience or a unfortunate. It was not Cyberpunk's fault. It was the investors that was forcing them to release the game. But example like Cyberpunk, the game was basically unplayable for the first 3-4 months. Especially you had an older system.
Yeah, for some people.
Older system, PS4 or Xbox. Like the Xbox.
I know Nick didn't have
One.
a bad time with it. Nick seemed to enjoy it.
No, there were parts where Nick he had to restart his whole save because he got locked because Jackie was supposed to be there to like guide you on a mission, and he didn't spawn there because apparently his character model got caught up somewhere like on the way there. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And Nick had to restart his save, but after that it was really good. And I'll say this, I would say the game is easily a 9 out of 10 now, whereas when it first released for me it was like a 7 because but then I look at it on PS4 and I'm just like, I can see why this got like 3s and 4s across the board, and like
they should have never released it for the PS4.
On previous gen they should have never released it until they did like a decent enough patch on it to where it could like run at 30 FPS without losing assets and stuff like that.
Right.
Instead, it was
my
running
game
at,
was
like,
broken.
Oh,
I was on PC. My game was broken. I had to take an 8-hour footage and just make it into like a highlight 50-minute video.
Oh my god!
I couldn't do much with it. The cars was driving wonky, and I would like the car would flip over. Some missions were broken, so I had to like go back and do a quick save and go back to the beginning.
yeah.
So and then one area was locked out, and I had to hit a very specific part of the street for the gates to open because the mission was to, I guess, like run from whatever, and then a gate will open and it will close behind you, whatever. And it wouldn't open, so I'm like running against it, and I'm like fighting these cops, and then I had to walk all the way out and then come back again. Didn't work. Walk all the way out, come back again. Didn't work for the third time. walk all the way out, and the fourth time it finally opened, and I could progress in the story. So I'm like,
Jesus.
I'm not even gonna do a series on this. I just did a quick little highlight
Well,
and just
I'll say
called
this
it.
now. Nick played through the game 100%, and he said the bugs were minimal. The bugs were very minimal, and he was able to get through everything no problem. He's actually said he's on like his third playthrough of it, which is
Mm.
I gotta
awesome.
replay it.
It's
I'll
good.
probably play
A
it.
lot of people say it's good now, and it's people that I trust. So I think the original like fix that fixed like most of like the bad stuff was like hot fix 1.25, and that was like
Mm.
6 months ago, and it fixed like a huge portion of the big bad bugs that were just fucking the whole game up. And that was at least on PC, PS5, and Xbox. And I think on previous consoles, there's still. I mean, it's still delisted, I think, on PS4, like on the PlayStation Store. And I don't think
Jeez.
if it never gets back on the Sony Store, I would not be surprised. I mean, Sony, they're pretty stringent whenever it comes to third party stuff not living up to standards. It's like, oh, they'll never delist anything first party that's buggy as shit. Days Gone, and oh, dude, first 2-3 months of Days Gone was abysmal because it's just like, oh, you're riding your motorcycle to the next location. All of a sudden, your motorcycle disappears and you go flying into the fucking sky, and it's just like,
Isn't that how real life works?
Yeah.
yeah,
When you're
totally.
on LSD?
Yeah, exactly. Hell's Angels initiation, LSD, and ride down your bike. It's like, did you kiss the sky, brother? It's like, no. Then you're not a member. It's like, okay. I was like, wait, where'd they go? Am I talking to trees? Oh, shit.
It's happening again. Shit.
Why are all my fingers missing? Ah!
Then you wake up and they're in your butt. How did those get there?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, I can't remove my fingers from my ass. What? It's a death grip. Oh,
Hell
Jesus.
yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that.
Yeah, what's your topic, Rick? We got through mine and Nate's.
Senor Ricardo.
Okay, so in my state,
Uh-huh.
in my horrible state, Mr. Gordon Ramsay paid us a visit, and he is
Oh.
reviving. Yeah, he's doing a revival on his Kitchen Nightmare series.
Oh my God.
No.
And so he had to come to your neck of the woods.
He came to my neck of the woods. It's not that far from me. Apparently, it was a restaurant. Don't know the name of it, but I do know the county it's in. It's called Bergen County.
Mhm.
That's a little
Bergen,
bit like
New
more.
Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, so that
Like-
area is a little bit more wealthier. But this restaurant was ran by a TikTok star.
Dude,
As a younger
fucking-
kid.
Okay, if Joey Diaz were here right now, he'd be like, fucking Bergen, New Jersey. Dirtiest fucking cops you'll ever see in your entire fucking life. It's like, you walk down the street, they're like, hey, give me $20. Like, what are you talking about? I ain't giving you $20, cocksucker. It's like, okay, then we're going to plant these drugs on you and put you in prison because you're not doing nothing. Like,
Dude, speaking of drugs and Gordon Ramsay, have you guys watched the thing where he goes to like South America and fucking finds where they're making cocaine, and he's like helping them with
Yes.
the batch of
Coca
cocaine
plants.
and all this. And he's like, yeah, I've seen this before. I've found this on the back of toilet seats in restaurants that I've been to and stuff like that. And it's like, Gordon, you ain't fucking fooling nobody pretending like you just caught other people with
No,
cocaine.
Gordon, you was a-
and then
you was
here
a-
you are in the middle of the fucking woods with these people who are making and manufacturing and harvesting cocaine.
Gordon had to have used some of the booger sugar to get through some of those hard nights,
man.
especially under the tutelage of Marco Pierre White, because Marco would be there at like 4 a.m. He's like, Gordon, where's the sauce? He's just like, sorry, sir, I've been up all night working on the sauce. Is this over here? There's the fish as well, and here's the chicken, and as well as there's a lamb braising in the oven. It's just like, Gordon, nobody ordered lamb to be braised. It's like, well, just in case, sir. It's like it's not even on the menu, Gordon. He's like, well, fucking hell, put it on the tasting menu. It's like,
Dude, it was just funny as shit it's like how it's one of those Ferris Bueller moments of like, you may be wondering how I got here. It's like, what the fuck is Gordon Ramsay doing around all this cocaine?
He's like reliving his glory days when he was like 25, 26.
This
Shit's
man has
crazy.
so many different type of series. He had the Kitchen Nightmares. He had Hell's Kitchen. He had Hotel Hell. Where the fuck that type of series was, where he was eating just straight fish eggs that was just freshly harvested, and then with cocaine and then weed and this and all these other illegal substances.
Hold on. I know the one. Here
Like,
we go.
he just like scooped. They literally just took the eggs from the fish and then they just scraped it out, and he just dipped his finger in it.
There it is.
Took a bite. He's like,
Gordon Ramsay's the F word. That's the name of that show. That's the one where he like went around and tried different delicacies everywhere. For instance, there's one episode he did. He went to northern Georgia where there's like a big hog infestation. And him and a hunter killed a wild hog, butchered it in the wild, and he cooked it up for like Fort Benning. So that they could. He like cooked it up for like a platoon of soldiers, and they were all just like, "It's very good. It's very, very good." It's like,
had they not eaten in like a week, and they're like, "Oh, thank God, Gordon's here."
Exactly. But yeah, Gordon Ramsay, like, the dude that he was with killed the hog, but they butchered it in the wild, and he was just like going through it. He's like, oh, now I'm back where I belong. And he just like starts like shaving off the skin and like gutting it. And he's just like, okay, so we got the bladder here, as you can see. And it's like filled. It's like, he's like, we don't want that to pop, so we're going to throw it over there. It's like, Jesus. Dude, it's just like my dad. I saw my dad butcher like plenty of like deer and everything whenever we got done hunting. He would like go and like just hang the deer up and just start going to town and start
Dude, my
it.
uncles, they would just be hanging in the trees. And my grandmother would be like,
your uncles would be hanging in the trees?
No, they would be hanging the deers in the fucking trees, man, and like leaving them there.
I'm joking.
My ancestors were doing the same exact thing.
Shut the fuck up, Rick. I knew you were going to go there. I knew it. God damn.
I thought you were going to say something about my uncles being hung and be like, how do you know that? Like, but you didn't. It's like, it was like, is it going to be racism? Is it going to be incest? I don't know.
It's like the answer, yes.
Yes.
It is going to be both.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
dude, in our area,
your uncles hanging up in the trees, stump fucking each other. Just Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
my God. Anyway,
okay, moving on. But yeah, anyway, they would leave them like the deer's hanging up in the trees, and they would like rot.
They would like just leave them there, yeah. And my grandmother would be like, "Dude, cut
Slaughter
those
these
fucking
bastards.
things down." No, they would do all of that. I'm talking about spent carcasses.
What? They would just
after they were
leaving
done.
all the venison up there to rot. What the
They
fuck?
no. You're not listening. They did all of that. They cut them open, skinned them, got everything they wanted, and left the rest.
Oh, that's that. What do they expect your grandma to do? Get those down and bury them, like for fertilizer?
And then, people would just be like horrified, like there's these rotting carcasses hanging from the fucking trees, guys.
I'd be mortified,
dude. At least my family, when they did it in their shed. And they would often like dice up the carcass and would use it for fertilizer for like the fields or something like that, or the antlers they would use.
Right,
they
would just toss it over. They would finally cut it down, and just toss it over the hill.
That's fucking,
it's like,
no,
God damn it, dude.
You're wasting a perfectly good nutrients that could be used for.
There were
much.
happy coyotes and shit that were just like, hell yeah, thank you.
I bet they were. I bet
and buzzards and all that.
Yeah, my dad killed a coyote that was coming after my grandma's chickens one time.
That's the thing. People are always like, oh, my dogs. Your dogs, unless they're really tiny, are usually okay. But if you have a fucking chicken out, or you got rabbits or some kind of small livestock of any kind, they are going to be after that shit, dude. And they are smart and conniving.
Dude, my dad was out there, and My grandma had already lost 3 chickens. She had about
Mhm.
25 altogether. She lost 3. But my dad was out there and he was like sitting on her front porch just waiting, had the light off and everything. And he was just like out there just like looking, waiting. And then he heard something in the bushes. And then all of a sudden he gets a tack light and just like shines it out there. And he gets it on a and he gets it set up. And he sees the eyes just like starting to peer through. Takes aim, fires 2 shots at it. It runs off. And then he just sat there all night. And then eventually he got one of them. And I just remember my dad telling me, it's just like, they're vicious, son. They will take anything they can get their fucking teeth around. Like that's,
Look, when it comes to chicken, I'm just like a coyote. I throw down on some fucking chicken, bro.
oh, I do too. No, dude. Like my grandma, like my great grandma picking up 2 of them and like swinging them around, like breaking their necks and shit.
Oh my God.
No, literally. Like this is the same woman that had 11 kids and had to feed all of them, and she literally just like went out there where the chickens were and were just like, "All right, let's get some dinner ready." Just like,
Hey, Rick, now we know where Nate learned to wrangle cocks.
hey, I'm a massive cock wrangler. hey, I got to learn how to handle it somehow.
That's true. Just go, wee!
Woohoo! Yeah, but yeah, my grandma
like maracas.
just like all of a sudden swinging 2 chickens around, just like going up and just like with the cleaver, just whack, and then starts plucking the feathers off, and then she's just like looking over at the kids, and be like, "Kids, come on!" It's like whoever hands me the most chicken feathers at the end of this, y'all get $1, and that was it. And that's all. That's how she coerced the kids into like plucking the chickens as well. It was just like it was a competition. She was smart, dude. She knew how to work her way around that kind of shit.
Gamification.
Oh yeah. And also, if any of the kids got out of line, there were switches over in the corner that if they didn't do their thing, then skin would start disappearing from their legs like really quickly. It's like all of a sudden, just like where'd the skin go? Oh God!
My grandma would make us go get our own.
Yeah, she did that to us too. But she always had old reliables over in the corners, like 3 of them, and they were just sitting over there. Same length, same like thickness, same like amount of briar or like little what are they called? It's like the little it's not the blooms, like pre-blooms. Same amount of those on there. It's like, oh, she knew exactly
Dude,
what to
I
get.
fucked up one time and thought like there was a small tree that hadn't grown very far. And I was like, I'm going to get one of those little branches or whatever. Little did I know it was like a damn whip. The thing wrapped around my ass, dude. It was like unbreakable. I might as well have went and got like a fucking like a extension cord to be beat with or something. She was just like
extension cords. Jesus.
She was just like, oh yeah, this is the one you want.
I was gonna say it didn't matter if it was a flip flop, if it was a dude, like a old dustpan, like dude, shoes, anything that she could like get her hands on to whip ass, she was doing it. And my mom learned from her, and my grandma and my mom both learned from her. Like they didn't play around, dude.
My mom had a wooden bamboo spoon.
Oh,
wooden
no. Spoon. It wasn't a bamboo spoon, but my mom used a wooden spoon as well. Oh, God.
She had 2 of them. She had a bamboo spoon. Yeah, a bamboo spoon and a wooden spoon. And she had a belt. She had a hanger.
Yep, belt.
She had chanclas. She had an arsenal. My mom was a fucking ninja. My mom was a fucking ninja.
Oh, my mom tossed a dustpan at me whenever I mouthed off to her one time. Like I was standing in the door. I was standing like in the hallway. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, Mom, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is stupid. And all of a sudden, it just like goes whizzing by my head and into my sister's bedroom. And I'm like, and she's like, you got anything else to say? I'm like,
damn.
I'm sorry, Mama.
I never got spanked anymore after I was like 7.
Oh, I was in my teens, dude. I was in my teens.
I'm not lucky. I got skilled, bro. I got skilled. I learned how to do my shit without bringing them into the picture.
I'm Puerto Rican. I still get hit.
Last time my mom smacked me, it was like when I was 21. It was when I was 21. Whenever I said something very bad to her.
Whatever
hit me
you
in
and
the
your
back of the
wife do
head.
in your bedroom, we don't need to
No,
know
this
about
is
you
my
getting
mom.
spanked.
This is my
Whatever you-
mom.
Tu madre.
My mom.
Tu madre
Like,
estoy muy loco.
my wife was driving, and I just did like a little snarky remark. My mom slapped me in the back of the head hard as hell, just for saying a snarky remark.
Just like
I'm
all of a
20.
sudden.
I'm about to be 26.
It's like all of a sudden she's like, Ricardo, estúpido.
And then the other day, I was at her house, and I spilled a little bit of water, and she threw a chocolate at me. I'm 25.
She threw a chocolate at you?
Chancla.
What's that?
Sandal.
The Jesus feet whizzing by your head.
But let me tell you the story how my mom was a fucking ninja.
Okay.
So, I had a report card, and I did bad that year.
oh
really bad.
no. Oh, that
So
was
I-
was always my thing.
I hid my report card,
Oh, no.
and my mom found it, and she didn't say nothing about it. She waited till I took a shower. And
Oh,
when
no.
when I take a shower, I typically lock it. My mom found a way to unlock the bathroom because the door had the little hole in it. You need like
Yeah,
you need a little tool.
Yeah.
But we lost the tool, so if it's locked, if you're locked, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But she managed to find a way to unlock it still. So
I
I'm in the
know how to
shower.
unlock those too. I learned how to unlock those.
I'm in the shower, just singing away, relaxing. Usually when the door opens, I would hear it, or sometimes the atmosphere kind of changes because obviously the steam is leaving the room. My mom was able to open and close the door like 1, 2, 3 without even making a sound.
Damn.
And then as I'm least expecting it, she pulls the shower head, gets a belt, and starts beating me. And I'm naked and wet. So it's like it double damage. It's like inflicting double the wound. So she had those fat black leather belt.
Yeah.
Leather black belt. And she's
Dude,
yes.
just imagine you're like mid shave of your gooch, and then you're startled. It's
Like, all of a sudden, I can just see, like, my mom doubled the belt over where it had the loop on it. Yeah, just doubled it over, and she just it's like chasing me around the house, just like smacking the shit out of me, like on
That's
the back.
why you're so quick on your feet.
Dude, I had to be. No, I was like,
Dear God.
I'm skittish,
boys.
dude. Anytime I hear one of those, like, I'm just like the belt smack. I'm just like,
It's
turn
time
around,
for
like,
me to depart, homies. I gotta rock.
I was gonna say let's end it here, y'all. So yeah, this is a bit of a longer one here. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Got a little crazy there at the end, talking about having to stay on our feet, try to stay protected from our.
For some reason, Gordon Ramsay turned into mom beatings.
It
Hey.
makes sense.
Yeah, I could see it. So anyway, that's gonna do it, everybody. This was Beardy Boys. We hope to see y'all very soon. And if y'all have any suggestions for us about topics in the future, feel free to let us know down below. And until next time, I'm Nate,
I'm Rick.
I'm Chad.
and we'll see y'all on the next one, everybody. Peace.